the real Puff Daddy is.
Hay cosas peores que las criaturas.
Hombres pasean por la ciudad sin vendas. Y ahora quieren que...
YouTube, we back in the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn Nam's YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key, and we back with another movie review. This time we got BIRDBOX Barcelona. I was looking forward to this. I was a fan of the first BIRDBOX. You know, they had that little viral moment with everybody doing the BIRDBOX challenge. I think that came out 2018. The fact is that was actually a good movie though. Outside of the fact that it was one of those movies where you don't get to see shit as far as the actual things or creatures or whatever, but I feel like they add a little bit more intensity to the story, especially when even more mystery too, because I did want to see it almost like some Blair Witch shit, like, damn, we can't see the witch, well, we can't see whatever's chasing them or whatever, but it added another level of mystery and another level of fear, because it was like, damn, what are these things? What essentially are they? Are they aliens or something else? Demon? Like, what are these beings? What are they? When I first seen this, it definitely put me in the mind, and I might have to see the year of that. This did not, A Quiet Place came out before this, right? If I'm not mistaken. But it definitely put me in the mind of A Quiet Place as far as the whole thing, that them trying to be quiet, and the whole thing with this where they not supposed to see the things or whatever, as far as this whole kind of post-apocalyptic kind of film based around these creatures or whatever. So it definitely kind of put me in the realm of that. But if anything, BIRDBOX is what The Happening wish it could have been. As far as, the Mark Wahlberg, M. Night Shyamalan movie, BIRDBOX is definitely what The Happening wish it could have been. But this is not a sequel. This is actually a spinoff, and this is based in a whole nother side of the globe. This is a worldwide event. So we are moving out of the States, and we're going to international places. And we are in Barcelona, and we are following this father named Sebastian and his daughter. The beginning of this, man, is wild. The beginning of this movie is super wild. This is going to be spoiler free. I don't want to give nothing away, but I was just sitting here like, okay, I'm going along, and I'm like, wait a minute, what the, like, oh, that's what we doing? Immediately they had my attention, because it was like, oh, they are going in such a different direction. Like, the direction they go with this, you definitely are not expecting. The trailers don't give nothing away. So going into this, I was just at a pause at how good of a direction they decide. Well, at a surprising direction they decided to go, because I didn't know if it was going to be good or not for them going in this direction, but I was definitely intrigued, and I wanted to follow this to see where we was going to go. And I wasn't disappointed. Honestly, I was not disappointed. I will say that I still enjoyed the first one a little bit better than this. We do get a little bit more with the creatures this time around. Do we actually see them? I'm not going to say, but we do, I would say, see a lot more. That's what I will say. And it's a lot more things going on, and it's a couple different things going on. And it's almost like, I'm not going to say necessarily they evolve, because like I said, this is supposedly, if I'm not mistaken, y'all can let me know if I'm wrong, taking place around the same time of the first film. It even has a couple of flashbacks in this one dealing with the Sebastian, one of our main characters that we follow as far as the father. But it was just that element of surprise that they actually went through with this opening sequence. I'm not going to say it's on some Scream shit, but it's just that way they went about it on some, have the credits even went, which I can't remember if the credits had already rolled when they did this or they haven't. But this opening was definitely like, oh shit. Oh shit, okay. Following Sebastian though, it's definitely an interesting story. It's definitely interesting, and once he actually gets around more people, that's when things definitely take another level up, because that's one of the things I was trying to see after we get kind of into our main story, is where's some people that we actually going to start having these moments with, or are we going to have these certain connections with that we actually care about? that's another reason I like that first one, because I'm not saying I didn't care about the people in this one, but I feel like maybe because we had a little bit more time with the people in the first one, and I don't feel like we had enough time with the people in this one, but it's understandable because of the way that the story is and the direction it's going. But overall, when we did get around these other people, I did enjoy them. I didn't want nothing to happen to them, and I did enjoy the way they set so many things up because it made so much sense, and it was like we as the audience are sitting there like, oh no, 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 oh y'all don't even, but you know, just going along with these characters who are very oblivious to what's going on actually, and we seeing what's going on, it's like, ah man, no. And that's another good thing about the film as far as those good tense moments, because we are waiting for certain things that possibly are going to happen, or certain things that this certain person or certain people could possibly make happen, because that's another thing with this movie. We always, you know, kind of with these post-apocalyptic films, whether they're dealing with zombie apocalypse or whether you're dealing with this alien invade, whatever you're dealing with that's ending up taking, basically killing the world or whatever, or turning the world into this battlefield basically. And you got these situations where you have these certain group of people or certain people who love the chaos. In this situation, you are dealing with more so people that are infected. And that's where the story is really, really interesting this time around, as far as dealing with those infected people, because I feel like it's somewhat of a cliche kind of having these like post-apocalyptic bad guys who just go around causing chaos or just being destructive or whatever. And I feel like we have seen that so many times. Even in A Quiet Place, the sequel, it was kind of like they did it, but the way they did it was like, okay, good, let's get this and get them up out of here quick. But the way they got it set up in Bird Box or the franchise, the way they got these guys set up, it definitely makes sense, because they not so much as zombies. They're not even really like rage people like, you know, on 28 Weeks Later. They're somewhat balanced out people who basically like are outside of the other people who are getting infected, because it's two stages of people who get infected in Bird Box. It's the stage where you go suicidal, and it's the stage where you like, oh shit, I actually like what I see, and now I want to get other people to see this. The way they go around or go about it this time around, outside of what they did the first time, is the very interesting part of the way they go about this, and it's kind of the main thing they're going with this time around. So that's the thing. Once again, this is not Sandra Bullock, but I still didn't have no issue following Sebastian as far as his character. It's so good and interesting to try to get through the things that he's trying to get through, along with following him and his daughter's story. Like I said, getting that little backstory and seeing what everything kind of lead up to, that was really the more interesting things than anything. Once again, I don't want to get spoilers away, but it's a particular character that you are dealing with in this time around that's kind of similar to the first character in the first movie, who was infected, and they let him in the house, and he was kind of seeming normal, but then he turned out to be, you know, infected, and he was kind of messing everything, but he messed everything up trying to get people to see the creatures or whatever. And it's a very interesting way they do that this time around. Is it the same route? I'm not going to say, but it's the way they go about it, where it was like, yo, okay, y'all got me, okay, I'm good. I would say going into the ending, it definitely has some set up for if they wanted to go, I ain't gonna say another direction, but if they wanted to go into possibly a full-on sequel, because once again, this is a spinoff. This ain't really a direct sequel. So if they wanted to do something to align like a whole worldwide thing where you got the states and international people coming together doing or whatever, they could definitely do something leading into that with the way they ended this. Because even the way they ended this was like, oh shit, so we're like, damn, what's going on? It ain't really. I would say if it is questions, it's good questions. It ain't some shit where you sitting there like, oh no, come on man, y'all gotta tell me something. It's more so you like, oh, okay, I'm definitely trying to see where they can go with this. It's good mystery is what I would say. Outside of this, once again, I did enjoy the first one better than this, but this is still a good one. I definitely enjoy what Netflix is doing with the Bird Box franchise, and if they can do a possible third one or even another spinoff, I'm all here for it. It'll be interesting to see what they do with another spinoff though, but if they go into a whole direction of a complete sequel where we could possibly get characters from the first one and the second one, maybe bring Sandra Bullock back, I will be interested in it. Outside of that, though, if y'all have had a chance to check out BIRDBOX Barcelona, definitely let me know how y'all feeling about it. Let me know how y'all feel about the direction they went with the story. And did y'all like it, or did y'all kind of was like, no, I want to see kind of the similar thing that we had in the first one? Definitely let me know how y'all feeling about it. Outside of that, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell, let you know when I upload new videos. Other than that, we out.